What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It is episode number 4. It certainly feels like summer right now in the UK. Lovely weather. Hopefully you guys are keeping safe in the sun. Today we are returning with the conclusion of the first half of the league season. Right now top of League 1 by 5 points clear of Bolton. So we'll get through to 23 games played. That is the official halfway stage. And we'll wrap up the EFL Trophy group as well. Well, we need to beat Lincoln by I think it is 3 or more goals in order to qualify. In fact, no. Maybe 2 or more goals because of Forest Green Rovers. But anyway, before we get there though, and that's our first game today, we've got another scouting update from England, looking for that next Reggie Bond out of the academy. Unfortunately, haven't found him yet. This guy could be already fair. Goalkeeper, Archie Johnson, looking for an American goalkeeper, but he could be quite good from England as well. Yeah, unfortunately, haven't found anyone to match up to 007's potential just yet, but we'll keep our eyes peeled just in case. So let's dive into it then. First of 9 games today, it is indeed Lincoln City at home in the EFL Trophy. And again, we need to win to have any chance of qualifying tonight. Let's see if we can go and do it. Come on, Reddit. Actually, come to think about it, I don't know if we can qualify tonight because the EFL Trophy, for those unaware of the competition, it's been modernised, if you will, in recent years, and now features academy teams from the top 2 divisions. But in FC, as Kelvin just couldn't pull the trigger first or second time, in FC there's no academy teams. Now we know, as we've seen, that will be changing for next year. Really looking forward to that. But that means that instead of 4 teams per group, there's only 3 teams per group. So actually, I think with that being the case, only top spot is the qualification play. So second, unlike in real life, wouldn't send us through if we were to finish there. So with that being the case, and the goal difference being so heavily in Lincoln's favour, yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be going out, whether it's second or third, but falling behind 12 minutes in, it probably will be the latter. Lincoln City in front. Well, to be fair, I had a backup side out there tonight, so wasn't expecting much anyway, but that is now going to confirm that Lincoln are going to knock us out of the EFL Trophy. But to be honest, like I said, I'm not really that fussed. There's no incentive for me to play this competition, and with so many other games to squeeze in and far bigger fish to fry, I'm totally fine with it. It's our first loss in Berkshire all season long, but put it this way, it comes in the EFL Trophy, not League 1. So to me, it's not that I don't count it, I just don't really mind. Get us out of the competition, man. Let's focus squarely back on League 1. Yep, if I had to choose between progress to the last 32 of the EFL Trophy or 3 more points on the board in League 1 on the weekend, I think you know which one I would prefer. Next up, the Latics, Wigan Athletic coming to Berkshire. Come on, you Royals. You know, I can't remember who was talking about this the other day, what player it was, but they were discussing just the amount of games to get played during a season. That's a cracking ball. That as Mukairu drills in the opener. And they were talking about how, you know, some nations and some players in the nations in the Euros were just absolutely gassed after playing so many club games and European games at a top level and then going straight into a summer international tournament as well. And it's true, like there's just too many games. Like, it's just too many games. And so when there's a competition like that coming around, the EFL Trophy, which has very little prestige regardless, if you're managing a team with a small squad size like we've got and poor stamina as well, and if there's no incentive within the game itself to play that competition, like we said in the last episode, it doesn't count towards the objectives one bit. So you get knocked out in the group or you go and win it, it doesn't affect your manager rating one bit. Why bother playing it? Like, seriously, why bother playing it? EA need to give you a reason to play it. And listen, I've given my opinions quite often over the past few years about how I think there's just too many competitions and too many games in professional football. And within career mode itself, just within the game itself, yeah, if there's no incentive whatsoever to play a competition, honestly, game management, strategize. Personally, I don't think it's worth playing, in my opinion. And again, I want to be very clear as well, just to clarify. I know sometimes I have a problem with not clarifying what I'm referring to, but yes, when I say there's no incentive, I mean in the game itself. I know there's an incentive of the EFL Trophy in real life and a financial reward it can bring, but also the grand day out at Wembley. You know, smaller clubs may never get a chance to see their team play at Wembley, but the EFL Trophy provides that opportunity if they were to go all the way to the final. But what I'm saying is in the game, there's no incentive to play the competition. So I just wanted to clarify that before anyone says otherwise. Anyway, still leading by 2 here, but being in control right from the first whistle. Wigan haven't really been out at all. And that third goal is coming. Just missing that clinical touch to get it for now. Yeah, in the end, we get exactly what we were looking for. Knocked out in the week, sure, but wasn't one bit fussed. Why is that? It's on the weekend, staying in a Bidayski, but returning to winning ways in League One as we continue our charge towards that League One title. Still a long way to go, only just over a third of the way through the season, but still undefeated in Berkshire in the league and only 1 loss all season long, and now 5 wins on the trot in League One as well. Great form for Reading. And on the back of a Bolton Wanderers loss, we've now gone 8 clear of them and Pompey in second as well. What a great chance to pull away and possibly could go double digits clear today. Next up, Blackpool away at Bloomfield Road. Let's keep this run going and make it 6 wins on the trot in the league. Come on, you Royals. So heading into this game here, the striker that I highlighted pre-game for the Tangerines, Jordan Rhodes. Now, for those who don't know, Jordan Rhodes, back in his very early career, in his early 20s, was regarded as one of the best prospects in the EFL. And in the last episode, we were talking about players that are kind of like, you know, showed great promise at an early age, but never quite lived up to that. I think you could probably categorise Jordan Rhodes as one of those players. You know, when he was at Huddersfield Town with the Terriers, he was looking like one of the best young forwards in the EFL, if not for a brief period of time, the best young forward in the EFL. But in the end, he never really made the jump up to top-level football. In fact, he moved on from Huddersfield Town to Blackburn Rovers for, I think it was around £10 million, which was a lot to pay back then for a championship-level striker. And he continued his great goal-scoring form. His goal-scoring form for the Terriers is fantastic. He continued that at Ewood Park as well, and was sublime for Blackburn Rovers. And then he moved to Middlesbrough, and he played a handful of games in the Premier League, but he didn't get a goal for the Borough, and he then dropped back down to DFL, where he's still banging them in now for Blackpool, but this is now at League One, not at the Championship. And I feel as though that kind of shows you that for some people, their level, just quite frankly, isn't the top, and that's okay. You can still have a really successful career, even if not at the absolute top level. You can still have a really, really good career down in a lower division. I think Jordan Rhodes is a great example of that. He's not prime time. Jordan Rhodes may have shown promise to possibly be prime time as a younger striker, but never clearly had that special talent to make it to the top level. But he was still able to carve out a hell of a reputation as well as a career in the lower divisions, Championship, and now League One with Blackpool as well. There's no shame in knowing what your level is, and if that level is not the top, that's okay. Not everyone is destined for superstardom. What a run down this right-hand side, going all the way. I like the look of this kid, man, I must say, as he dinks it in. He's already got a goal today, and he'll get an assist as well as Harvey Nibs continues what has been a sensational start to the season. I might give a briefer a contract after this, man. Young talent, I think, came out of the academy as well. Going to struggle to get game time with Reggie Bond to compete with, but I like him. Super Reading on a super run. It is 6 on the trot in the league, and again, this is why I was not one bit fussed going out of the EFL Trophy at the group stage, man. Far bigger fish to fry, and I squarely on the prize. Promotion to the Championship. 6 wins in a row. Let's keep it going. And as we're about to go into a mini break, as Clinton Mola comes to me and says, "Boss, got to be honest with you, think me not getting games started damage my career. I want to get away and make a fresh start somewhere else." I'm totally fine with this. Clinton Mola is actually left on a free transfer in real life, so I was always going to release him coming the end of the season anyway, at a contract coming the end of the year. So at 22, 65 overall, should be able to get close to $1 million for him, and actually that works out better than what I was planning, which was just to release him come the end of the season. But we should see, just for that following game at home to the Gas Bristol Rovers, the next scouting update, and there we go. From America. Are we going to find our first young American goalkeeper? Well, Kenneth Bishop could be alright. We'll continue the scouting just for now. Brett Kerr definitely isn't going to make it. Neither is Joseph Ambrose. And probably not Caleb Brown as well. Yeah, tough start for scouting for America. But to be fair, kind of what we're expecting. The U's want to take Matty Carson. But once Clinton Mola goes, we won't actually have an official left back. So we need to keep at least someone here for the squad. But yeah, that might help us out quite a bit, to be fair. As we see now, 17 games in, 8 clear of Bolton Wanderers. But again, do want to make sure we've got a thick enough squad to cope with the fixture congestion. But Hopefully we do get a bid for Mola. So far, none coming in, but I'll keep you posted on that. Anyway, following game. Hang on, players called up for international duty. Oh, JonaDocks for Ghana, I was going to say. What, has Bond got a call up for the national side already? Right, following game, the gas, Bristol Rose own again right now. 8 clear of Bolton in second. 6 wins in a row. Let's keep this going. Come on, you Royals. Let's talk about form being so overpowered within career mode, so when you're on a winning run, you just got to keep it going. Got to keep it going. You've got the advantage and momentum with you. Got to make sure you capitalise on that. Because there's going to come a time where you've lost 2 or 3 on the bounce, and that's when you know it is a slog to get out of that kind of form. So yeah, got to take advantage of what right now is our best form all season long, with Mukairu having Smith running through. Can he pick him out? Yeah, oh, what a ball. What a ball. And Sam Smith opens the score. And Royals absolutely running rampant right now, man. Sam Smith with another ready in front. What a ball by Mukairu. I haven't discussed this much, but he's on loan from Copenhagen. I got to say, I'm very tempted to bring him back permanently for next season, even though he won't have much potential, if anything, really. Well, how often do we say it's not all about potential and overall rating? Most important thing is how you feel controlling the players. And Mukairu, to me, has been one of my players of the season so far. He's a baller. So Reading have quite a few players on loan, but you'll notice that there's only really one that I've been using a lot, and that is Mukairu on that left-hand side, because he's a problem. He is a problem at this level. He's got tremendous pace, but also enough technical ability too to really excel. The question will be, if we do bring him back, is can he continue to play like this at a higher level? I mean, we were talking. Oh, great save by Cox on Charlie Savage. We were talking about Jordan Rhodes earlier. He knows his level is the Football League. Will Mukairu's be the same? Well, I guess we'll find out as we go 2 goals up. I think that'll go down as an own goal there, but it really shouldn't. That should be the first goal there from Benge. That's so frustrating, man. I talk about this often, but EA have really got to work on how they distribute own goals. That was clearly going to go into the back of the net, whether it touched that defender's head or not. That should be my centre-half's goal, man, not an own goal. Our best run of form all season long extended. 7 wins on the bounce, and the Royals continuing to run away at the top of League One. There's still a long way to go. Again, we're not in the halfway stage yet, but if we keep this run of form up, I don't know who can keep pace with us. Bolton Wanderers, Portsmouth, whoever else. On this current trajectory, we've got a chance to really pull away. So with that being the case, let's not slow down, man. Don't look over your shoulders. Keep looking ahead. Yep, first time all season long. Got a double-digit lead at the top of the table. But again, there's still 5 games to go into the halfway stage. So there's a long way to go. Keep your feet on the ground and don't get too big for your boots. So just for that following game away against the U's, Cambridge United, there we go. We've got the scouting report from England for the next month. And we've got the draw for the FA Cup first round, where we've been drawing against Gillingham at home in Berkshire. Sorry, second round, the FA Cup, not the first round. But for that game against Cambridge, following scouting update from England, so far just the 1 player making the academy and subsequently getting a pro deal too. I've got to say, man, working with a 4-star scout, it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. I don't know if we'll find anyone else through the scouting for this year. We got very lucky with Reggie, and I'm not sure if anyone else is going to make it through the season, either from England or from America either. We still wait for the next man to come through the academy. Right, following game, yeah, Cambridge away. The U's heading into this game here. 10 points clear at the top of the table with our captain for this game though, away on international duty. Can we extend the winning run without the man wearing the armband? Going for our 8th win on the chart. Let's see if we can get it. Come on, you Royals. So gave the armband to Tyler Binden. This is something that I recommend you guys do as well. When you're doing an RTG in the first season, who's your captain? If you want to replace them, so be it. I tend to keep the captain as is though. But who's going to be your vice captain? Pick a vice captain and possibly even a third captain as well. As Harvey Nibbs almost squeezed that in from a really tight angle. Who's your vice captain? And I'm giving that to Tyler this season, because I think Tyler is probably going to be our future captain after JonaDocks hangs up the boots. So, oh, great header by Sam Smith, giving the young New Zealand international the captain's armband for this one in the absence of Andy. Sam Smith for the opener, ready in front early. Easy, come on. On a good run of clean sheets in the league here as Pereira wants to keep that run going. I'm not actually against giving him a new contract, to be fair. He came through the Manchester United Academy, Joel Pereira. And that header goes in. He is right now leading the way in the race for the Golden Glove. Not going to get another clean sheet in this one, though. The U's with the level. The first goal conceded in the league in a while. Going to have to score again if we are to keep this winning run going. 7 on the trot. Don't want it to fall here. As our first injury of the season, and for all the players for it to come to, that's the one we didn't want. Reggie goes down, and fingers crossed that'll just be a bruise, but I'm looking at that and thinking that may well be our first broken toe of what I'm sure will be many within the course of the save. Man, that is typical, isn't it? First injury of the save, and it comes to the only man that I've got through the youth scouting. How typical is that, man? Honestly, such bad luck, but hey, one of those things, and what do you always say? Luck will balance itself out. Sam Smith denied the near post, but follows in his own miss to get his second and restore the lead. Reading back in front. Might be seeing an injury for Reggie that might rule him out for a while, but keeping that winning run going, I should say, is the most important thing. Smith second, Reading back in front. Not our best, missing our captain. Conceding for the first time in a while, but should still be going on for the win. And that is a straight red, and that is probably going to do it from now. 15 to go. And yeah, definitely can't see us losing from here. I should say dropping 2 points, which we don't. Sam Smith's brace ensures our winning run continues, even in the absence of the captain. 8 wins in a row for Reading. Phenomenal form. But the question was, how bad was the injury for Reading? Fingers crossed it was just a bruise. And here we go, moment of truth, about to find out. It was for Reggie. As we see on the conclusion of the game, Bond is going to be out for, please just be a bruise, please just be a bruise. No, it is indeed the first of what I know will be many. Got him, man. He's grown a rating. He's already got the high defensive work rate, but now done for 3 months and won't see him again until around February time. Dread it, run from it, broken toe always arrives at some point. And after scraping through the U's, now returning to Berkshire. Charlton Athletic at home, but missing both of our fullbacks, Reggie and the captain as well. Can we keep the winning run going here in the absence of 2 of our most important players? Let's find out. Come on, you Royals. Man, that injury is so frustrating for all the players it could have gone to, man. Seriously, just not Reggie, man. Seriously, Reggie or Harvey, just neither of those two. And I guess in the form he's in right now, Sam Smith as well. Anyone else? Anyway, a goal down earlier, 5 minutes in. We haven't lost at Berkshire all season long in the league. But again, on the back of just scraping through the U's, this coming in midweek, needing to make changes and missing 2 of our most important players through injury and international duty. This is a real test here. Yeah, things have been going great, but now this is a real test of character. Craig to Harvey, and now to Smith, who's in a great run right now. Through the gap to Carson. And now Femi. Play advantage, please, ref. Thank you. And Smith takes it in to shoot. And hits the post. And then tipped behind after the woodwork rattled for a Reading corner. Sam Smith right now looking incredibly dangerous. As he gets another one. Heads in from the corner to put us back on level terms. Sam Smith turning up, man. Taking a while, but finally starting to score goals with our top man up top. I wasn't sure about Sam Smith originally, I'll be honest. I was preferring Kelvin up top, but now he's on this good run of goals. With our defence looking weaker and weaker, well, I need him to keep on scoring because in the absence of the captain and the prodigy, I cannot defend. Charlton back in front, 4 to go before the break. And yeah, if you can't defend, just score more. Football 101. Sam, I'm calling on you again to bail me out, mate. There's Carson, dinks it to Femi. Who steps in field. Aziz, Femi straight at the keeper. 32 minutes on the clock as we still trail by 1 in a poor performance, and we might well have got away with it against Cambridge. And we're not going to get away with it here in Berkshire. Our first loss at home in the league incoming. Unless Femi, what a finish. Femi Aziz with a beaut with the weaker right foot. Reading back on level terms again. No, come on. Don't want to battle back again. Second time in the game from a trailing position. Don't throw this away, man. Clinton, great tackle. Oh, ref, come on. What's he done wrong there? I really don't see what he's done wrong there. Free kick, though, dinked into the middle and headed in. I don't know what I was given for. I really don't. Well, possibly it might have struck the arm, actually. I do have handballs turned on, so maybe that's what it was given for. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Hey, what's that saying, man? Luck will balance itself out. Disappointing goal to concede that. Charlton back in front. 3rd time in a row we trail. And I think our great unbeaten run is probably ending here. Yeah, it had been an amazing winning run of 8 on the bounce. But it's the Addicts who end it. Our first loss in Berkshire in the league all season long. And it's a 4-2 defeat that busts us out of an amazing 8-game winning run. Yeah, it was going to end at some point, though. That's the thing. It was going to end at some point. How often do we say when you've had that loss, unexpected or not, just learn those lessons, pick yourself up, and move on to the next one. Disappointing defeat, but it was going to come at some point. Now we've had it, let's move straight on to the next one. Now, with our next game being in the FA Cup, we can't afford not to bounce back, because heading into this one, hosting League 2 Gillingham, it's the second round. We've been asked to reach the last 16 by the board. That's the 5th round, so a long way until there. One thing we can't afford to have happen is a cup set to a lower division side at home. Following game, Gillingham, let's bounce back. Come on, you Royals. So speaking of games in the calendar, well, we've discussed this in a previous save. But for those that may not have seen it, for next year onwards, FA Cup replays are being scrapped. And you best believe Doxy Boy is very happy about that as Harvey Nibs fires in the opener. It's the one thing which, again, I want to clarify when I say this. There's no incentive for them within the game, though there is in real life, especially for those that are in the lower divisions, the lower tiers, and even outside of the professional football tiers in the National League and below as well. There are incentives there for getting replays to go away from home against bigger clubs, especially those that are in the Premier League or possibly the Championship as well, for the TV money and the gate receipts too to get split. But within career mode itself, cup replays, let's be honest, there's not really an incentive at all. So yeah, I want to get through this with no replay whatsoever. Williams, oh what a turn, oh what a turn, he's just completely done me in there. And Gillingham have the leveller through Johnny Woods. That is an incredible turn. Come on, let's find that goal, get back in front. Last thing we need with so many games to come with this small squad is an extra game in the calendar. It's a terrible pass, Charlie with the finish. Thank you very much, Keeps. Gift given to us, and Robbie's son gets his first of the season. Charlie restores the league. Cannot afford a replay, man. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens with cup replays. Do the FA decide to keep them scrapped permanently on the back of this trial for next season, or will they bring them back for the year after next onwards? Well, don't forget, it wasn't that long ago when the last 16 of the quarterfinals used to have replays. We're going a long way back, but way back in the day, they used to play replays to the semi and the final as well. Long time ago, of course. But whilst they've kept the last 16 of the quarterfinal games replays being scrapped, whether they keep the first, second, third and fourth round scrapped, I guess we'll wait and find out. But thankfully we've avoided a replay for this season here in the second round. Into the third round, courtesy of the win here against Gillingham. Bring on the last 64. Right, we should do one more game today then, because I think it's the biggest game of the season thus far. Bolton Wanderers away from home. Don't think it's called the Macron anymore, but even so, Bolton away from home. Right now, 11 clear of Derby, Barnsley, and themselves as well. So they've got a chance to cut the gap to single digits with a win. But if we win, we'll go to 51 points through 21 games and be 14 clear of the chasing pack. Let's try and put a big win out here on the back of our loss to Cholton in our last league game. Come on, you Royals. See Bolton as being one of our main threats for the promotion this season. And don't forget, they were the team that flew out to the best start. They were on top before we were. We knocked them off the perch. They haven't recovered since then, but a win here would do them the world of good to show us that, yeah, we've had a fantastic run. There's a long way to go. Smith to Harvey. But when you've got the two best players in the division right now, Sam the top scorer, Harvey just behind him. Well, we always fancy our chances. Great save there to keep it at 0-0, and that really should have been one. Oh, Sam Smith then rattles the crossbar. Bolton Wanderers had a great season last year in real life, finishing third in the table. Ended up going into the playoffs, made the final, only to come up short to the U's, Oxford United. But this season, once again, I know they'll be one of the favourites to go up, and they'd love to return to the second tier if possible. But in this save right now, whilst they flew off to the best start, we knocked them off their perch, and we are staying there. Mukairu with the opener, and as things stand, going even further clear in pole position. Got to grind this out now. Easy, easy, easy. Collins gets away. That's poor defending from me, that. Really poor. As soon as he beats that defender, just did not have the pace to come across. And the leveller instantly. There is very little things that frustrate me more than that. You've worked hard to get the breakthrough, you've just got the lead, and then you surrender it instantly. It is such an infuriating thing to happen, man. What did I just say? Grind it out. But that's not grinding it out. That's giving it away. I always have a bit of a soft spot for Bolton Wanderers, for some of the players they had back in the day. Your Johanna Manders, who scored, by the way, one of the coolest Premier League goals, I think, since the turn of the millennium, in my opinion. If you've not seen it, I'll try and remember to leave a link to it. The technique was incredible. JJ Okocha, so good they named him twice. Don't forget Nicholas Anelka played there, as well as Mukairu was denied too. And a few other players as well. I remember Daniel Sturridge went on loan there and looked really promising in his early years too. They had some cool players back in the day, Bowen. And I think for a brief period of time, they went to Europe for a year or two, didn't they? So, yeah, cool team back in the day. But tonight, after surrendering our lead, desperately trying to restore it, as Smith pokes it over the crossbar via the way of a deflection, still tied at 1-1. But if we don't find a winner, I'll be disappointed, man. We've been the better team. We've been on top, just looking for that second goal to possibly give us a giant 3 points. Bindon strike blocked. And Mukairu's shot blocked, and Bolton just clinging onto a point mark, which I think they're probably going to claim. And the draw is what Bolton will indeed claim in the end. So no wins in our last 2 league games for Reading. Starting to slow down a little bit. And whilst we still might be 10 points clear at the top of the table, still 2 games away from the official halfway stage. Proof right there is a long, long way to go. And we cannot afford to count our chickens and get complacent. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one, as we will get through to the official halfway stage of the season, hopefully getting back to winning ways. So the draw for the FA Cup third round as well. I'm hoping for a Premier League side away, and the January transfer window will open as well, where we might see some moves in order to raise some cash. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.